Today, we are going to be finding out the reason as to why and how we, as in Tribe, won the Call of Duty Mobile Stage 5 World Championship, and what better way to do that than react to the documentary made by Tribe and special host Ferg, who actually narrated this story. So I hope you guys do enjoy this, because I will be providing all the behind the scenes and funny moments. And before we do get on with the video, huge shout out to CODM for sponsoring us. If you guys want to find out some more information on that, make sure you guys click the link at the bottom of the description, and let's get on into the action. All right, Grizz, let's watch, man.
Tribe Gaming is no stranger to dominating in Call of Duty Mobile.
Tribe Gaming, they are your Western Regional Champions.
Hashtag fear the tribe.
That's 2021, you guys can see, but I was pointing this out when I first watched it, but look, you see Lily right there? She's so short that you can't even notice that she's celebrating. She's like getting covered by a bunch of people right here, look. You can't even like notice that she's there.
Is that Hawksnest doing the clap again?
And then Hawks doing that.
Letting this man dance, bro. This is their story on how they prove to the world that Tribe Gaming are the kings of Call of Duty Mobile.
The production, I'm gonna say this right now. I don't know if you guys have like watched like those production level stuff from like the CDL or like Valorant, but you guys know when Valorant, when Optic One, they did that whole production thing, or like the CDL NYSL No Pressure production stuff. This is basically on par with that kind of level of production, I would say. It was a really well made video.
Okay, who do you think has the highest chance of plugging Twitch?
Tech.
Why Tech? I am Tectonic.
I knew that was gonna be the answer for that, but I just said it because I know that would be like an outcome. I was told to vlog because nobody else wanted to vlog at the start to like kind of break the ice, so I talk a lot, so that's why they gave it to me.
I am a player for Tribe Gaming, competing in the COD Mobile Championship.
Height differences, yeah, that height difference is weird.
Please, I will pay you.
They wouldn't let me wear my hat.
My name is Veg. I'm
But then they did.
concentrating in a competitive player, basically. We're in the state of North Carolina, but the city is Raleigh. Raleigh?
Which one?
I was not the only one that was stupid in this, by the way. I didn't know if it was between Raleigh or Raleigh, but I'm pretty sure it's Raleigh, obviously. Now I know, it's Raleigh. But dude, I don't go to the US as much besides like 3 states, so I was kind of confused.
You like sniping?
No.
I still can't tell if Jez does this on purpose or he like doesn't say like anything. I don't know if it's a persona or if he's just like that. Cause with us, he was normal. He talked a lot and like said whatever, but maybe for the interview he just like did that.
What's the outcome that make you happy?
I mean, it should be obvious, like winning stage 5. That's,
I wish there was more viewership in the overall
feel
like
we have
tournament, but I think we
high
peaked
chance
at like
of winning.
50
we
something
have
thousand
the ability to
like
do
all
it, but
across, which is not bad.
It might not be today. Might not be the play.
We are heading into what I would say is the most highly anticipated match of the day. The Kings of the West, Tribe Gaming, going up against Q9, who has been very dominant recently.
First time we played Q9, which is known to be the #2 Chinese team, but that's only because they lost stage 4 against Woes, but in reality, they won every other event.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm wearing the same hoodie that I wore on this and I am right now. I love wearing this hoodie.
I was definitely expecting
I like how I looked. Wait, that's a bad pause.
a lot more.
I like how I looked in this clip.
Going into the
That was such a
tournament,
pause.
that was the one team we, like,
My beard looks
absolutely
full as
won.
well.
After we won that game, we felt pretty confident because we beat the one team that we knew we
I love
needed to
Techie.
work hard to beat. And as I wouldn't say it was easy, but after getting that game out of the way, we felt a lot more comfortable going into like the next group up match and the tournament itself.
Look at him, white Jesus right there.
It turned out to be easier than we thought.
Sorry, I keep pausing. But what Bolo just said, easier than we thought, that's the case as well, because we went into it because we knew nothing about them. We had no VODs, no gameplay, no nothing on them besides stage 4. And besides that, we couldn't find anything else. So we didn't know much about them. And that kind of worried us in a way, mainly because we're like, okay, what kind of moves will they pull out? Because we botted every other team, but we couldn't find VODs on them. So when we did play the first match and we blew them out, and somehow I dropped like a 40 in takeoff, that's when we knew it was like, okay, it's no disrespect to them, but it was gonna be pretty easy. I look so fucking oily in this, bro. Like, what the f? My lips are dry, my eyes are oily, I didn't get much sleep, unless it's just the lighting. It's not sweat. It's something, but it's not sweat, but I look weird in this.
Losing to Wolves was a good reality check for us to not underestimate any team.
Wolves is like the best team I've ever gone up against. We got, not really, but because it was 3-2, but we got shit on.
It was all or nothing. And the team conversation we had was to play our game, play confident, don't relax, stay composed, and don't underestimate anyone because, you know, in a World Championship stage, anything can happen. Most people in the world wanted to see how a top Korean team would match up against the #1 NA team. I think maybe they didn't study us as much as we did to them. You know, we.
Bolu's lying. We didn't study Omega at all. He said it for the documentary, but I'm telling you, the only teams we voted was Q9 and Almighty. Those were the only 2 teams we voted. Bolu's speaking out of his.
I think that we were a bit surprised how lacking of gun skill they had.
No, lacking of gun skill. I shouldn't have gotten the buzz cut before stage 5. I made a mistake.
They are not better than us.
Your hair was good the way it was. I know, but I decided to, like,
we want to be the best
I was going
team
through
and
one of
we
my
wanna win a
phases.
tournament with that.
I was going through one of my, like, fucking I don't care phases, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buzz my hair. Majority of the people I talked to, actually, the consecrators were the people who, like, convinced me to do it. They're like, oh, you look so good, Veg, you should get it. And then when I asked the girls, they're like, nah, you shouldn't. And then I listened to the consecrators, I got the buzz cut, and I was like, and yeah, that's how it happened. Dude, look how stupid I fucking look. It's tilting, my eyes are wide. I have gamer grease under my eyes and my nose.
Making those comebacks round by round.
Look, bro. Ooh.
Clock starts to tick away.
Oh, I want to explain this play right here. All right, so listen, I'm gonna pause it back and forth. Right here, it's 4-6. I have my claw. I got the guy right here, and that's what got me my claw, I think. So I popped it, and I knew someone was still secret.
It's an operator if he needs it.
So I knew we needed to clear this out. I wasted my operator. I got him. Then Marshy comes in with the clutch fucking gravity gun. Bolo gets that. I get the other kill. I get taken out. Marshy wins that. 2v1. And we get that win, you know?
And getting that feeling of revenge and like beating the team that sent us to the losers bracket and then beating that team again to send them back home to the airport was a really
I shouldn't have said the airport part. I look so weird in that clip too. Oh, fuck me. They got the worst angles in clips of it.
Their revenge against Wolves was sweet.
I almost broke my arm
So the
here. I almost
boys
broke my
got
arm
some
there.
Much needed rest for finals day. Championship.
Bro's neck. Fuck you. I know my next song. Funny story, actually. After the game ended, the reason why I was in such a hurry is because I ended up putting my stuff back on. I went to their side and I did a Fortnite emote. They didn't get it on broadcast. Thankfully, they didn't get it on broadcast because I would have gotten memed, which I'm glad. In the moment, I thought it was a good idea, but I went up to them, did the Fortnite L dance. I did it like over and over again. And then Tech flipped them off. They caught that and not my thing, which is good. I did a Fortnite emote on them, yeah. But they didn't get it on broadcast, which is good. Which one? Take the L. The take that one. It was cringe. It was really cringe, but it was worth it. Lucas is the nicest guy I've ever met in the COD scene. Ever.
That wasn't the case. Their Wi-Fi was good, and they just had to stop playing because they thought it would get paused. Unfortunately, it didn't.
Hey, here's the thing. If anyone's familiar with
Yeah, so let me actually explain that one more time. So basically, when this happened, one of the players, I think it was Dad. I could be wrong. I don't want to rewind, but he raised his hand. Some guy came up to check if he was actually lagging, and it was bad, but not as bad. And we had the same problem. So it was even playing field. And then, even though that happened, I guess someone on their team made a call out saying, guys, everybody stop playing. So that's like the one thing they shouldn't have done, because there's this one rule that they had is when you raise your hand, one of the admin comes in and they tell you, okay, stop, leave the game, or continue playing. I guess they got the call to continue playing, but because of that one guy having problems, the whole team decided to stop, thinking it would get reset. It didn't get reset. So this happened. Only one person was getting problems or having problems. And after that was over, we tried, or Tech tried to request a rematch, which he talked about on Twitter, but we had no control over that. We can't request a rematch. We don't make the final decisions on that. It's the tournament admin. So it was unfortunate, but it is what it is.
competitive COD Mobile, you keep playing until admins say stop. We have not gotten that word yet.
You have to be competing in those moments, and you have to let the referee.
That was
pull you
Lucas's
out.
best map. Yeah,
Otherwise,
it really
You're
was.
putting yourself at a disadvantage.
That's where he dropped like the
It's good that
60
we
kills
won,
with
but
SKS.
it-
That's why we weren't hyped. That's why we didn't give a fuck about the game as much. I think I even like dropped my phone and like was like laughing because I was just standing AFK on the point, but then they started moving. So we weren't really hyped about the win as much because we knew it was like wasn't like the best way of winning.
Not gonna have information that the players are coming from this.
This is just quick scope city from Jazz. No nades, just the scope. Might be all he needs. First shot.
I still don't know how that happened. It was like 1 in a million.
And my jaw, like, quite literally.
We were all in shock.
How's that ever happening where the guy on tractor and statue line up are like too damn slim?
All North America finals, here we come. A reprise of stage 4 finals is on the horizon here on land.
After beating Inco, definitely.
Jez's reaction was so. That's the thing. That's the first time I think I've seen Jez actually show a reaction to something he's done. Like he wanted to be hyped, but in the moment he couldn't. And I think that was like the most hyped I've seen Jez.
And at the end, we gave them our props, shook their hands. They deserve it. They represent the country really well.
Yeah, everything that you see in game.
They're really nice people. All of them are like super fucking nice. Hey, quick question. Do any of you guys like find how Bolu was like comforting him? Like do you guys find this like kind of weird? Not weird, but like it looks awkward, no?
I had 2 players that I won stage 5 with last year, Ben and Envy. Definitely 2 guys that I respect a lot. For me, dropping those 2 players for
Ben's such a sexy motherfucker.
Definitely the most comfortable with, and one of the reasons is because that was the main team that we constantly scrimmed, played, and did.
That is true. We were the most comfortable against LG, even though it was the finals.
My mindset was kind of like, you know, we've beat LG all year, just have to do it one final time.
I hate this part. Marshy's f***ing stupid. We were told to go to this right side right here, right? Look at how coordinated LG was. The guy said to follow Marshy. I follow Marshy, and I'm like, what the f***? We weren't supposed to go there. We were supposed to go right here. And look. Dude, I'm like, okay, we're supposed to go there. Marshy's like, no. And then I'm like, okay, I'll just stay. And then, dude, it was so awkward. It was so awkward.
Game 3 was the control raid, which was honestly one of the most crazy maps. And this map honestly changed the series of the game.
I think this one Bolu got his nasty
map,
like
lost the
3-4
series.
piece.
Does he get the
Yeah.
kill right there? Bolu goes big as well. The lives have been equalized. Tribe can't seem to lose a gunfight right here, and only a little bit more time.
And then I think he pulls a claw. Yeah, he pulls a claw. And that just prevents them from pushing,
Go big right here.
which is clutch.
Objective capture goes through. Tribe Gaming.
Obviously, we lost House.
And then we get f***ing almost reverse swept. We almost got reverse swept, bro.
Me and other teammates couldn't really pick up.
Tech had 60 kills when we lost. We got.
Barely.
Was Tech upset during Hacienda? Nah, he wasn't upset. Because obviously, like, you can't get mad at your team for, like, doing that good and then getting on. Because, like, if you do, then the team's mental is going to go down. So I think for our sake, he ended up just saying, it's okay, guys. We got the next one. But guess what? We got on.
Fold out.
And this is when they do that.
A trick up their sleeves. S&D standoff.
I was tilted here, too, because I was lagging, too. That's why this guy behind me was watching me. Or, like, constantly behind me. Because I had, like, the shittiest Wi-Fi problems. And because of that, he had to like monitor my game to see how bad it was. And it was bad, but we didn't do a restart. We just went to the next game.
On every offensive round, I told the team, don't use your operators, save them for defense only, because all we had to do was win 3 defensive rounds to win the tournament. And I think that was the game-winning decision for our team.
Barring a miracle from Tribe to close things out. And ladies and gentlemen, it's only right that we go to Game 7, Round 5.
The moment I knew we were going to win was actually later than I expected.
Game 7, round 5. It was like the worst of what could happen.
But one by one they fall as Tribe Gaming cuts them down. The bodies are shot, and a new king is crowned. The world champion.
And then we won.
COD Mobile Tribe Gaming.
The rest is basically history. We ended up winning, and it was a really good moment for sure.
It's something that I'll always remember for the rest of my life.
It was probably the best feeling in my
I have
opinion.
such an ugly cry face.
Crying of happiness.
Oh, dude, Marshy.
The motherfucker zoom in.
I just realized this when I was watching back some stuff. I didn't realize you were comforting me. I thought that was Tech's big ass hands comforting me. So thank you, Marshy. I didn't realize that was you like rubbing my back and. So thank you, man.
And with that, we lifted the trophy again. And our 2022 season came to
Oh, well, you can actually notice Lily. No, never mind. Look.
The world to me, I would say. The best team.
She's trying to get behind to get a better angle. What the f? Hey, Lily.
We lifted the trophy again.
Oh, there you go. Now you're gonna be shown there.
2022 season came to a close.
Oh, and also Tech's mom is such a
set
sweetheart, bro. I love Tech's mom and like his dad and like his sister. They're such beautiful and sweetheart. Like, bro, they're so hard. Like, what's the word? I know it's random, but I just saw them in the crowd. But they're so nice, dude. The overall production of that video was f***ing great. But I guess that is the story of how we won.